Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode. Yo, Daps, what are you telling me? Can you hear me, fam? You're muted, Joe. You're muted, G.
Now you can hear me, innit?
Yeah. What's going on, fam?
Yeah, new settings. We're just setting up, moving.
Yeah, I
moving
see
stuff
that. I
about.
see that. That looks crisp still. What are you telling me?
Yeah. It's all sounding good. Sorry, someone. Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Listen, off the back of a draw, we dropped points.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah, bruv, how you feeling about it? It was a strange game, innit?
I'm not feeling too deflected yet because of the fact that it's November and it's City, and it wasn't three. It wasn't a loss. Yeah, but I just found it. Everyone's saying it was like one of the best games ever. I wasn't feeling that. I don't know if maybe
Yeah,
that's
for the
because
neutrals, it was a great game.
was it yeah like the Tottenham like the Tottenham Chelsea game for me. That was a great game. The one yesterday for me as a City fan, I guess I was more looking at City and thinking now we were sloppy, and I think Chelsea was sloppy at times as well. I think we were both a bit sloppy with the ball. Don't know. I think Chelsea played well. Chelsea played better than I expected they could. I think we missed control, man. I think Pep got it wrong against Arsenal. I think Pep got it wrong yesterday. I think
In what sense? What do you think that he got wrong?
right. So for me, with no Stones, yeah. So at the start of the season, where
Yeah.
we won every game, we didn't have Stones in, right? But we had Kovacic sitting next to Rodri, right? And that gave control in the middle of the park. Yesterday, he didn't have Kovacic there, and he kind of had a Kanji trying to do what Stones does, but a Kanji can't do what Stones does. And I just think we lacked a bit of control in the middle of the park. And then it allowed Chelsea to bring us to their level, as in to play their type of game. And that was it.
I don't really disagree with that. Yeah, you didn't control the midfield the way you should have, and also even in attacking areas, bro. Like, you see why he should be starting Grealish in the big games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
there's another person that can control the game
yeah,
as well.
he
And
can
it's him.
control the tempo
Yeah.
of the game by slowing it down. I thought
Yeah.
Doku got absolutely bossed by Reece James, bruv. He wasn't in the game. Like, it was strange to me that he started Doku because he normally starts
Big games,
Grealish in the
big
big
games,
games, and he didn't.
yeah.
And you can
that's
see
exactly
why
the
you
same with
needed
me.
Grealish from the start, man.
I think for me as well, when it turned to when Grealish came on, for me, Grealish is never going to be an impact player. Not the way he
No.
plays now. Now, maybe at Villa, the way he used to play then, that's an impact player. But bringing on Doku is an impact player when the game's stretched. Bringing on Grealish when the game's stretched to basically bring control, it didn't work. I think Pep eventually will probably come out and say that. But yeah, I also think defensively. Look, I don't think we were that bad, by the way. I don't think. I don't think. City
I just think both teams were very clinical. I think it was a weird game because
I don't think we were clinical enough. To be fair.
no, Haaland maybe should have had another one. But I mean, in terms of when you look at the amount of chances that the teams had, yeah, like even I think both teams GA was like below 4, and you scored 4. Do you know what I mean? So both of you lot both overachieved in terms of the quality of chances you had and the goals you scored. I just think it was one of them games where everything both of you lot did, yeah, in attacking areas pretty much came off, innit? Like, that's what it was. It was one of them. It was a freak game. That's what it was.
Yeah, and I just think Rodri didn't have the best of games. And you know what? I've said this to someone earlier. I don't think Rodri's not a 6 for me, you know. Rodri is a very deep lying 8, and Manchester City have the benefit of being able to play without a 6. Right?
I think Rodri is a 6, but I think he's more. I don't know.
Maybe he's a 6, but
he's a 6, but he's more of a modern. He's more of a modern 6. Like he does get forward, innit?
Yeah.
Like he does get forward, but I think in the modern systems, everyone gets forward, innit?
So maybe a 6. The 6 is changing then. In that
case.
Like, if you think about it, usually he does have Stones next to him, who, when it comes to being defensive, Stones drops back into the back forward.
Mm.
I don't think Ruben Diaz was at his best yesterday. Guardiola didn't have the best games as well, to be fair. I don't think Doku got absolutely pocketed by Reece James, right?
I don't think he did anything. Like, he didn't do anything of any merit in the whole time he was on the pitch.
You know what? He had one chance to kill the game off.
Yeah, and he hit it straight down the keeper's throat. And that came from pretty much nothing, because he hadn't done nothing pretty much for the rest of the game. And chances like that, he needs to be finishing. Do you know what I mean? In them big moments, he needs to be taking those chances, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
I agree with you on that. And yesterday, I don't know, when it came to bringing players off the bench, we were limited on what we had to come off the bench as well a little bit. I know there's 1 or 2 injuries, but no, it's one of them ones where, for me, if I was to look at who this game was more important for, or who this game tells us more about, I think it don't tell us much about City. Look, City are going to drop points again this season. This won't be the only time City drop points. And also, we kind of know that, look, City are top. I don't want to say we're top, because I don't care about being top in November, but we are top, which is a very rare one. We're used to hunting people down, because we know when it gets to the business end of the season, we won't drop points in games like that. Whereas with Chelsea, I look at it and think, do you know what? That shows that Chelsea really can go toe-to-toe with, I'm not going to say City at their best, because we weren't.
No, they can go toe-to-toe, with all the top teams in the league. And this is what we always expected. That's what I said. I said, you know what? I'd rather be Chelsea than Man United, because they've got the manager and they've got the players. Cool, they've got injuries, but once they settle, they're going to be a problem. Do you know what I mean? Because
100%.
whether you like it or not, when you look at Enzo, when you look at Caicedo, like, these are players, bro. Do you know what I mean? When you look at Reece James, when you look at Thiago Silva, like, do you know what I mean? These are players. Like, man can say whatever they want to say, and now they got Cole Palmer in there as well, bro.
Yeah, and Cole Palmer looked cold, man.
Absolute baller, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And you, man, already know. You see, when it comes to these young English players, I'm not here for the hype, bro, but he's the real deal, bro. Like, he's actually the real deal, and that's what it is. A lot of these young English players have been overhyped. He's not one of them, bro. Like, trust me. Like, that's a real star boy, blood. He's got something. He's got something that these other men ain't got, and that's what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I'm saying? You Arsenal, man. I told you that the England call up was coming. I'm telling you. Like,
Cole got it as well, you know.
Cole, yeah, exactly. But bruv, Cole Palmer's the truth, blood. What these man think Saka is, that's what Cole Palmer is, bro. You man are gonna see. Bro. Do you know what I mean? It's early days, but let me tell you something, like, he's a genuine star, bruv. A genuine star. It's not gas, bruv. Like, he's got that star quality, bro. He's got that arrogance about him that Saka ain't got, bro. Like, for me, Saka's not even a winger like that. Not really an attacker.
Do you know he's a United fan?
Who is?
Cole Palmer.
I'm not surprised. That would make sense why he was so easy to leave you lot. Because if he was a City fan, he probably would have stayed, innit?
So, I mean, to be fair, he didn't celebrate yesterday, but his dad's, what it is, you know, when footballers, when they've been at a club,
man said he didn't celebrate, but he kind of said, yo, you, man, like, I'm him, bro. Like, that's what he done, bro. Man shrugged it like, yo, I'm that guy, bro. And then in the press conference, he said, listen, I ain't even going to say that I practice these things, innit? I just believe in my ability. Bro, the guy...
Listen, this is what I have been telling people for the longest about Cole Palmer, right? And if people go back and look at one of the first goals he saw for City's seniors, I think it might have been his first goal, or maybe his first goal might have been in the Champions League, but he scored a goal in the Carabao Cup about 2 years ago, before he got... When he first came in, round about...
Was it the one that he hit first time? He whipped it in the top corner. I swear, the ball just fell to him. And he just whipped...
No. He was running like it was a counter, and he was running at the defence, and he had De Bruyne on the left shouting for the ball, Mahrez on the right shouting for the ball. My man just put his foot through it. Like,
he just said loudies, man.
Yeah. And this is when he was still 18 at the time, And like, all the lot that I go to the games with are from the same estate as him, and they said like he's cocky, not in an arrogant way.
Yeah, bro. He knows.
Believes his source.
He knows what he's on.
When you come through a youth academy, and you've won trophies like at every level.
Yeah.
You do have that confidence in that. And there's no coincidence that, by the way, he arrived at Chelsea and they instantly put him on penalties.
Bro, and it's not even that they instantly put him on penalties, This brother, he commanded that responsibility immediately. Do you know the level of confidence you have to be to go to a club like Chelsea as well, yeah, and command the responsibility of taking penalties, bro? That's
Yeah.
crazy. Do you know what I mean? At his age, bro, when you actually deep it, he ain't really done nothing in the men's game to say, yo, I should be coming to Chelsea and taking pens when there's players like Sterling there. Do you know what I'm
Bristol one,
saying?
yeah.
That he
Yeah, the
hasn't
Bristol.
done, he
Nah.
ain't done enough in the game, yeah, really, on
No, no,
paper,
no, no.
to have
I
the
mean,
mentality he has. The guy's
nah.
special, bro. Like,
And
this is
the
just
truth,
what it is.
oh, when you say it, listen, he scored the winner in. He scored. I swear he scored the equaliser in the Super Cup.
Yeah, he did. And then he scored the game after that as well. He scored
Yeah.
2 games in a row. I
He
think the
scored the
Community Shield
Community
and the
Shield.
Super Cup.
Scored.
Yeah.
He's won. He scored the. I know it got. I know it took a deflection, but he scored the winner for England in the Euros, in the under-21s.
And
Took a
then he got the
deflection
England
off.
caller.
Yeah, he's won Premier League twice. He's won a Champions League.
Bruv, he's different. I'll be real. He's different. A lot of
Yeah,
these man could talk about ability. Ability is only a small part of it. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's got the temperament. Do you know what I mean? Bro, penalty to equalise against your former club in the
yeah,
rain,
that's
bruv.
mad.
In
That's
the
mad.
dying embers of the game, bruv.
Did you see?
A man
Did you
stanched
see?
it, bruv. Get
Did
out
you
of
see
here,
the
man.
bit where we had a free kick here, and all of our players were stood round, and Cole Palmer walked over,
Yeah,
going,
yeah, and
"Right,
he
right, boys,
was in the
what are
huddle,
we
yeah.
doing?"
Yeah, he was in the huddle, bruv. And Holland just grabbed him and said, move, little man, what you did? You know, like that, bro, like but that's what I mean. Little cheeky things like that.
Yeah,
You can tell that, like, he just got that temperament about him. He
he
don't
has.
business,
He
bruv.
has. Nah,
Like,
he
he's
has.
just like, yo, I'm here, innit? Like, he
Yeah,
don't act like he's new to the game. He acts like he's already landed, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that kind of temperament, you can't teach that, innit? So when I'm looking at that, forget the ability. Cool, he's got ability. A lot of these men have ability, but he's got a coldness. Like, even in the build up to the
Cole
penalty,
Palmer.
everyone's arguing him. He's just standing there with the ball under his arm, just chilling, just
Yeah,
waiting, just waiting around. Everyone's arguing. He's like, all right, cool. When you man are ready, we'll do this.
yeah,
Like,
bro. You know what? You know what it is. Yeah, he he just looks. He proper looks like a Withenshaw boy. Yeah, and he acts like one as well. Like he knows. It's like it's playing football on the field again. Do you know what I mean? It's just something he does, and the way he's walked in there as well. And still, he's one of the. I know they've got a young team, yeah, but he's still one of the youngers there. And he just like straight away has gone in there, and you can see him even when he's not on the ball. He's telling the players where to play the ball.
yeah.
He's demanding and telling people what's a cold world. That's a cold thing to say, cold world. Yeah, you know what? I'll be real with you. I'm happy to see him. Obviously, I'm not happy to see him score against us yesterday. But if someone's come up through your academy, then I'm happy to see him flourishing because I wanted him to stay at City. But I knew back last end of last season, well, midway through last season, that he wanted to leave City. He wanted to move on.
Yeah,
Wanted,
because he believes he should be playing,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
And from his
100%.
performances, he's been proven right. He's been proven right. Do you know what I'm saying? So, bro, like, you just have to respect the confidence, bro.
Yeah,
You
for
can
real.
see why he wanted to leave, and 45 million's looking real cheap now.
Well, I mean, we're happy with the 45 mil, but
You'll
Chelsea are
be
now
happy
looking.
with it anyway.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
but now Chelsea look at the 45 mil and looking at some of the other players they've bought and what they've spent on them. And I'll be real. I think Gallagher was good yesterday as well, and Gallagher was a freebie for them. So at the moment, and then you look at Enzo. I'm sorry, but Enzo, yeah,
He's a baller.
bro, but he's not balling for them at the moment. I
Nah,
don't know if
nah,
there's a
nah.
knock yesterday,
He's
but
not
he's
at
not.
his best, but he's bruv. He would have suited your team. I'll be honest.
Maybe because
You
he's
know what
not
I'm
suiting
saying? Because
Chelsea
you
at the
man
moment.
letting go of Gundo and all these other things, he's a player that would have absolutely thrived in the system that you play at. I think at the moment at Chelsea, like
He's
I
not.
think
He's not cooking there. I'm sorry, and
I
it's
think they're this. I think at the moment Chelsea aren't a team yet. Do you know what I'm saying? They're a group of good individual players that are getting to know each other, and that's why the performances are inconsistent. But I think once Chelsea actually settle, I think you'll see the best of Enzo, man.
what
I think
jump
you'll
is
see
that,
him.
by the way?
Huh?
What jump is that? That's cold.
Yeah, it's one of the OG jumpers. I've had this for ages still.
It's cold. Very
Yeah.
cold.
No, I'm saying, but yeah, that Enzo's proper, man. Like Enzo's proper. I can't.
I'm
lie.
waiting to see it. Listen, I saw it in the World Cup. I know he's balling for Benfica, but at Chelsea, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all. I mean, do you know what? I'd even say as far as I might have seen more last season than I have this season. Like last season, I saw glimpses. This season, I'm not even seeing the glimpses. Like
Yeah.
I'd say last season he had so far. If I went on the time he was there last season and what I've seen this season, I'm not seeing it this season. Someone said to me, to be fair, he had a knock yesterday, so maybe it was that. But I don't know. Lavia's back soon as well, so it's interesting to see. Maybe Lavia comes in and what happens then? Does Caicedo get moved over, or does?
But I think all three of them can play, to be honest. But the way
But then
Gallagher's
Gallagher will
playing,
get
the way Gallagher's playing, he's probably got to play in it. You know what it is, I think at the moment Gallagher I think it's easy for him playing with them two in the sense that he plays the central role, which kind of is the 10, but it's not really the way he plays it. It's just a free role, so he just makes himself useful in it, and wherever there's gaps, he just finds himself there. So he's the extra man, but he doesn't give them anything in terms of attacking output.
Nothing going forward.
He just does the press, and it'll be interesting when Nkuku comes back, and he can play in the 10. Will they play him in the 10, or will they play him up front? Like that in a false 9 kind of thing, because I don't know. Obviously, Jackson's their only number 9 at the moment, so it'll be interesting, bro.
Do you know what? Actually, to be fair, Ambrosia, do you know what? And what Brosia did yesterday to get that penalty?
He won the penalty well. He sent man
so well. He knew because if he did not have that extra touch, Diaz would have got the ball. But that tiny little extra touch just meant Diaz, you're taking the player out, especially with the slippery surface, and that was it. I think the hardest thing is when Nkunku comes in, because I'm not going to lie, Jackson Cole is cooking in the false 9.
Yeah,
I think Cole's cooking in the false 9.
Yeah, bro, he's unreal there, innit? He's unreal there, but I don't know. He sees himself as a 10 probably anyway, but he could play anywhere, bro. He's just mad. He's mad talented. I think the false 9 is probably the best position for him because he'll drop into midfield, he'll float out to the right, do whatever, and he's got the freedom, innit? But I think when everyone's fit, they've got all their players and they buy everyone, they'll use him from the right probably. They're not gonna use him down the middle. I wouldn't say.
See, I don't know if you saw today as well, though, that I think it was it Mikel that came out and said that he's basically telling Tony, you are going to Chelsea. Not Tony, sorry, telling Osherman, you're going to Chelsea. Like saying, I'm going to make that deal happen. So
no, I heard him say that. I heard him say that Chelsea need him, but he said something along the lines of he's a Man United fan, so he thinks he wants United. But we can't have him now. We've got Højlund. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. But he said he said that he's spoken to him. Osherman's not going to Chelsea, bro.
Do you not think?
Nah, I don't think so. I think Tony goes. I think Tony goes Chelsea for sure.
You think Tony goes Chelsea? I
think he goes Chelsea for
not
sure.
Arsenal.
I don't think Osherman moves, bro. Like you know what the thing is. It doesn't matter what
he's
Osherman
got to
wants.
move after what happened.
It doesn't matter what he wants, bro.
What? Because of Napoli?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he wants, bro. Because Napoli, they're probably
worst.
One of the most difficult teams to do business with.
Well, we tried to do business with them long.
Bro, it's borderline impossible, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I just don't know, bro.
Now, here we tried a couple of times. I think the first time was when we were trying to get Jorginho.
Right.
And then we as good as had that done. And then because Sarri went Chelsea, they just said, now he's going Chelsea with them. And then we tried, thank God we didn't get him. We tried to get Koulibaly. We had to get,
everyone tried to get Koulibaly at one point and no one could get him, bro, until they wanted rid of him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's what it is. So Napoli ain't letting this brother go, whether he likes it or not.
That's mad. That's 100 million. What, 150 they want for him? Yeah,
bruv, that's what they want for him because they paid what? They must have paid what? 70, 80 million for him. So they ain't going to let him go.
Yeah, 150. I mean, when Ivan Toney, I'm hearing that. Yeah, I'm hearing Ivan Toney's they want about what?
They're saying 100 million, but they'll take 70.
I heard they were starting. This was about a month ago. I heard 65. Maybe
but bro, I seen. Remember, what's his name? The manager done an interview, and he was saying, "Well, we know how much defensive midfielders are going for at the moment." Because remember, Rice has gone for 100, and what's his name went to Chelsea, Caicedo for like 110 or something, and he was like, "Listen, we know how important goals are. Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said we know how important goals are, and if defensive players are going for 100 million, then how much is Ivan Tony worth? That's what they're putting out there. But I believe that they would accept around 70 million. I believe that, but they're putting out there 100 million. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, Ivan Tony's not going for less than 70 million. I don't think, bro.
I think the big thing with Ivan Tony as well is who's in for him.
Yeah.
Because the minute someone else is in for him, like, so if Chelsea and Arsenal are both in for him, that's instantly an extra 10, 15 million on whatever they want, because they know they're going to be able to go back between the two. And even more so, if Arsenal are, look, the window's actually opening in what, a month and a half now. If Arsenal are still, which they will be, in a title race, there's going to be pressure for them to go and get him. So, and then I don't think United will be in
I
there.
don't think though, bro. Because when you look at Arsenal, they have to replace Thomas Partey, bro. Like, he's out till Jan, and it's like when you look at Arsenal's midfield options, bro. At the moment, that's more pressing, especially the fact that they've got Eddie, they've also got Trossard as well, yeah, who they used in the false nine the other day. I don't think that Arteta's happy enough with his midfield options, yeah, to not buy another midfielder and go for Ivan Tony. I think it's either or, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't believe that they're gonna put up big money for Ivan Tony. Especially after giving Eddie a new deal, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He'd be a big threat if he goes to Arsenal.
They do. I think they do need another, whether it be a 6 or an 8. I think they need another 8 for me. I think that 8s aren't good enough, and then play Rice in the 6. I mean, you could play Rice because then ultimately they've got Rice who can play the 6. They've got Partey who is a 6. They've got El Nani who is a 6, and then I swear they've got one more, and Jorginho who is a 6. So they've got plenty of 6s. Then you look at the 8s.
Kai Havertz say no 8, bruv.
Nah, he's not. Look, Rice is good in the 8 role, but Rice is better than the other options they have in the 6 role at the moment.
Yeah.
100%. So,
and that's it, man. Saying Tony wants guaranteed football, so he won't join Arsenal. Bro, listen. I believe if Arsenal were to sign him, he's guaranteed, bro. He wouldn't go there without that anyway. I think that Arteta would have to risk putting Jesus' nose out of joint to guarantee Ivan Tony, and he would have to do it because he couldn't play Tony out wide. Do you know what I mean? So
the other thing is, he's been playing Jesus on the right a bit this season. So
he has a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Mainly because he's had to. However, I don't think he'll do it long term because I think you risk really upsetting him, and that's why he left City in the first place. So I can't see it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's got the bottle. I don't think he's got the bottle to do it. So I don't believe he'll do it.
Because it is a risk. Because one of the main things that I think Arteta believes, and maybe I believe a little bit, is what he's got at United is he's got a good team spirit, right? Now, if he puts Jesus' nose out of joint, we spoke on this before, it will slightly upset Martinelli because they're both Brazilian, and some of the other players that Jesus is close with will. So, and then they'll start feeling the risk. Yeah, that is. City are still interested in Paqueta, but
you're waiting to see what happened with the thing that's been pushed back.
It's still not done. Yeah, it's still not done. And
they're
City
saying
won't
it might
touch
be
him.
sorted in time for January.
For City to touch him, it would have to be.
Yeah.
City will not touch him. You saw City pulled out last time because of it, because City do not want any other slander around the club.
You got enough going on.
Yeah.
But if it does get sorted by January, I reckon you'll go back in for him.
Yeah. I think we need him as well,
Yeah. He's the guy that you guys have been looking for, especially with De Bruyne not there as well, man. He would give you something different, innit? So
100%.
I think he still ends up at Man City. You know what I mean? I think they've probably given him his word that they'll come back in for him, innit? So it'll be interesting. Man said he dropped Ramsdale for Raya. Arteta would drop Jesus. He wouldn't. It's a different relationship. Arteta was with Jesus at Man City, and he knows Jesus personally, and he also knows that Jesus didn't like playing out wide, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And it's just one of them things where I don't see Jesus sacrificing himself for the team. I think that not at a team like Arsenal. That guy's been at Man City.
Exactly that.
He's been at Man City, he sacrificed himself for the team, but he's won trophies. Like, you're not going to go and do second fiddle at Arsenal when you're not winning nothing, bro. There's no incentive. Like, if anything, he's the big fish at Arsenal.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? He's
that's
the big dog.
exactly it. That's exactly
He's
it.
the
You
big
saw.
dog at the club. Like he ain't gonna go and do little man for Ivan Tony, who ain't won nothing either. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make no sense, bro. Just from a male ego point of view, yeah. Don't think he's putting the team before himself. He's not an Arsenal supporter.
He's not. He's not. He's. I was having this conversation with someone earlier about when people think anyone's supporter. Like Cole. Go back to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer came through City's academy, but Cole Palmer's dad is a Red. Yeah, like he's a Red in it.
Yeah.
Like, he's a Red. But if you're at City's academy, you're not going to go around because ultimately you're a footballer. And like Raheem Sterling, no one really knows who Raheem Sterling supports. I've heard rumours he's a Red as well, right? But when you're a footballer, it's like, do you know what? It's not good to be labelled as a fan of someone.
Yeah.
Unless you know, like Foden, yeah, cool, we know it. He's the City boy that's come up through the academy, so that's fine. That's the narrative he goes with. But a lot of footballers would rather go with the narrative of people not knowing who they support because it just saves them a whole heap of headache when they like Madison. Was it Madison?
Madison's a Man United fan, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many when it comes out when they move to clubs and then it comes out that they've got like Kane with pictures in an Arsenal shirt when he's young or whatever. So
it's better for that not to. Yeah, it's better for that not to come out for a lot of players. Not that I think it matters. It doesn't matter anyway. Once you sign, you do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And yeah, 100%. If Jesus got an offer from Real Madrid the next day, he's dipping, bro. Like he's got no loyalties to Arsenal, so obviously he's gonna look after himself. Like he's not gonna be like, you know what? I'll play left wing for Arsenal or right wing for Arsenal. No, not even left wing because they got Martinelli.
Rants. I said this, yeah, and it's not even a diss because look, Haaland has won a Premier League, a Champions League, and an FA Cup with Manchester City. Now, I don't think Haaland's going at the end of this season, but do I think that eventually Haaland probably wants to go to Madrid? Yeah, I do, because if you're a footballer, especially a footballer with an elite mentality, you want to win as many different trophies as you possibly can. Secondly, Madrid, Barcelona, if they come calling, well, you go in it, right?
Yep.
And I always said this, with even more so now, if you are South American, right? If you are South American, you want that move to Real Madrid or Barcelona more than anything in life. Yeah?
Sure.
Jesus came to City knowing I'm going to Europe, I'm going to win some trophies, I'm gonna be under Pep Guardiola, and that is the perfect stepping stone, hopefully. But because he got pushed out wide, and at times there was rumours when he was doing well, there was rumours, Real Madrid sniffing, but then he'd drop off. And I said, you know what, yeah, he knows as long as he stays at City, he's never going to get that move to Real Madrid, right? If he moves to Arsenal and gets the 9 shirt, plays through the middle, there you go. Well, whatever number shirt, I don't know what number shirt it was that he got, but ultimately the 9 role, he's gone there. That's what he wants. He hasn't gone to Arsenal to win the Premier League. He's already done that, right? He's gone to establish himself as the main man in the 9 role in hope that maybe when he's, how old is he now? Probably about 25? When he's 27, he can get that move to Real Madrid. That's what he wants. He's not going to get that out wide.
No, 100%. He wants to play down the middle. I don't think he's sacrificing that. And also, when you look at Martinelli and Saka, Arsenal team kind of picks itself the front three. If Ivan Toney comes in, who's he dropping? Because Saka's not getting dropped.
Yeah.
So what is between Jesus and Martinelli for the left side? Nah, that's too much competition.
Jesus on the left is not it, neither.
Yeah, Arteta don't need that kind of headache. That's why I don't believe it happens, bro. Like Arsenal aren't ambitious enough, to bring in Ivan Toney and let them four, or plus Trossard, them 5, battle it out. Hell no. There's no way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the manager don't want that kind of headache.
Yeah. You don't. Look, it's the same with, especially when he has learned so much of Pep about keeping your squad small. So no, I don't think he'll go for that. But
we can't see it happen.
You man passed the Luton test.
Just about, bruv. You know what I mean? Big up you lot. Smash up that like button. You already know what it is. Man said, where is it? He said, is the Premier League hard compared to the Champions League. Hoyland has 0 from 5 in their comps. You know what? It's just different styles, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's different styles. The Premier League's a bit more physical, and you get less space. It's a faster game than the Champions League. Champions League's a lot slower.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly why he's struggling in the Premier League, but it's probably the physicality. Do you know what I mean? He is a physical player, but I don't know. He looks like a different player in the Prem.
Yeah, he does.
I can't lie. The games just bypass him in the Premier League. Yeah, when he plays in the Champions League, he gets a bit more space. Teams probably defend a bit higher up against him. In the Premier League, he's not getting that kind of space, man. And I think that's testament to the Premier League, bro. Like I said, I think stylistically, the Premier League is very, very difficult. I think that's what makes it the most competitive league in the world. It's like every team you play, you're almost coming up against a different style. Like
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
You have to prepare for every single team individually. It doesn't matter whether they're above you or below you. Like you're preparing for different styles, innit? I think when you're in Europe and that, a lot of these teams, most of them try and play football.
Yeah.
Most of them try and play. They give you a chance, innit? In a Prem, certain teams are setting up just a style for you. Like when we played Luton, for example, yeah, first half, like Luton never came to play, bruv. They were like, you lot can have the ball. Like, try break us down. They weren't even trying to play, bruv.
You know what I often think that might be, yeah, is that whoever we're playing in Europe, whether it be us or United, yeah, or Liverpool, or you're playing teams that ultimately think we're the same as you, just from a different country. We're here because we finished in a similar league position to you did, but in our country. So we're a similar level to you. We're just from a different country.
Yeah, also, there's not that inferiority complex.
Yeah, they're like, so why should we be the ones when you're having to come to, even more so when it's away from home?
Yeah, you're having
to come to us. We're intimidating you. We're not going to change the way we play.
That's actually a good way of looking at it. Yeah, there's definitely not that inferiority complex. There's not that.
You can't bully us. We're the same as you, just from a different country.
Defeat, because when you look at, like, for instance, Galatasaray looking at Man United saying, yeah, well, we're the big dogs where we're from. You know, like that. So we're not little, man. They've still got that big club champions mentality when they play against teams. When teams come to their ground, they're like, listen, this is our gaff. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, if you look at how many league titles Galatasaray have won, I bet it's mad.
They're like, we don't need to be shook of you, man.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? Like, do you know what I mean? And also, they know they got the 12th man with their fans as well. So you know
100%.
Like, 100%. That's what it is. The teams in the Champions League, they've got a lot more. They come with a lot more vim, bro. Like, they're not taking no disrespect.
I think there's also a bit of siege mentality that a lot of people don't like the English as well, and they're like, we're playing for our country.
Oh, 100%. It's that as well. In the Champions League, the English teams always, do you know what I mean? Everyone always wants to beat them because people don't like the hype that the Prem gets. Like, you saw, like, people kept sending me the Cafu quote. It's old about Gary Neville. The one where he was saying that these Englishmen always chatting bare shit and they ain't never won nothing and that. Do you know what I'm saying? A couple people sent
Galatasaray, 23
that's
leagues. 23 leagues they've got.
That's crazy.
And then cups. Cups they've got. Hold on. Turkish Cup, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that's like 41 trophies. There's Turkish Super Cup, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Bro, they've got about 60. Yeah, they've got about 60 domestic trophies. They've got
no jokes.
They've got a UEFA Cup, UEFA Super Cup. Yeah, so ultimately, they're like, in our country, we've won more trophies than you have in your country.
But they're like, yo, we're Man United in our country.
Yeah,
that's what they are,
yeah.
innit? So they're not shook of us, bro.
No.
Like, they're not shook of us, and rightly so. They don't need to be shook of, man. So, do you know what I mean? I rate it. I rate it 100%. Hey, big up you lot. I can't even find the quote now. But yeah, Cafu was just, bro, he was doing the mad thing, bro. And he said it, and it's true. A lot of the English, man, and also we've seen it come out of Germany as well. We've seen Muller and also Tony Cruz just say, listen, these men are always overhyping England and the Premier League and that. They're just like, bro, bear these man chat, yeah, but internationally, these men don't win nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? You remember, man like Cafu, these men are winning World Cups, they're winning everything like that. They're like, oh, these Englishmen always chatting. They man don't do nothing on the international stage. And that's just what it is, bro. So a lot of these men are looking at the English clubs and thinking, right, these men are just hype jobs.
Well, look, you look at, for me, some of the best English players. This is facts as well. Like, most of the best English players, when they've balled out, has been when they're playing alongside players from other countries.
Of course.
It's not when they're playing.
Yeah, the Prem's carried by the foreign players, bro.
Yeah, million
like, carried
percent. I mean, they
by
started.
them,
yeah, yeah. I see that on Sancho as well. See that Sancho, Juventus, and I think is it Saudi as well? We're in for him.
That's it. Look at that. And that's it. England are arrogant. Luka Modric claims media and commentators are too confident. Bro, every time we go into a major tournament, yeah, the hype is mad. Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, oh, England have to get to the quarters. England should get to the final. It's like, based off of what, bro?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? It's like every time we have the tournament, the usual thing, they get Uncle Righty out, Gary Lineker out, and these men start chatting wasp blood about how we're going to go all the way, bruv. Like, it's like, oh my days.
Hasn't Southgate got the best record as an England manager as far as getting us to a final, or one of the best records ever?
He has, but that's because
he's got. Tell you,
he's playing in the weak. He's playing in one of the weakest eras, yeah, that there has been. That's why. And then on top of that, he's got one of the deepest squads that we've ever had.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
But still, what does that tell you?
And still ain't won nothing.
If that is our levels, yeah. I don't get it. I don't get how there's ever this hype around England. Like, my whole life. My whole life is we've never been. It's the same story in every tournament as well, that we struggle to get through the groups, but we get through the groups. Everyone gets excited, starts saying it's coming home, right? We then struggle in the next round, and we just but get a result, and then all of a sudden that's it. We're going to win this. I can honestly tell you, the two tournaments that I've been a little bit gassed in, right? 1990, just because it was like the first. That's my first football memory. Is 1990. That's my first memory. Is Gazza crying, Gazza Lineker. We were good then. Yeah, we were good then, to be fair.
My first football memory for England's in Euro 96. I don't remember anything before then.
And that's the second one, 96. Yeah, and 96 was the only one 96. Where 96 we got a bit gassed. Because you know what? That performance against Holland was just different. That performance against Holland. And that was a good Holland team. And that performance was proper. But apart from that, there hasn't been another tournament that got me really, really excited about England.
Fact.
Even reaching the final of the Euros, it was like, I kind of didn't think we were going to beat Italy anyway.
No, I knew we weren't going to beat Italy, bruv. But you know what it was? It was like the footballing gods did everything for England to be in that final. Literally gave them all their games at home, bar one, and the final at home, and they still choked. And when you can't even win the final at home, yeah, with the biggest home advantage, yeah, that's probably going to be in the history of the tournament, because there's never really been a tournament played like that where all the games were everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It was strange, bruv. So to have the final at home and play most of your games at home and still bottle it, bro, if you couldn't win it, then you ain't never winning it, bro.
Yeah, real talk.
You ain't never winning it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I said Palmer will turn out to be better than Foden. You know what it is, yeah? Like, it's a weird one. It's a weird one because Foden's got all the ability in the world, innit? He's got all the ability in the world, but it's like, it's almost as if in the modern game, yeah, he doesn't really, he's almost like positionless in the modern game, if that makes sense.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the way the modern game has evolved, Phil Foden is a great technical player, yeah, but where do you play him, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? Because some people say, oh, he's an 8. Some people say he's a 10. You can say he's a right-sided or left-sided or false 9. Like, he don't really fit in nowhere. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Like, it's kind of like he's your new Bernardo, just not as good yet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think here with that as well, Palmer will turn out better than Foden. He
I think he'll
won't.
just get better
He,
numbers,
he
like
won't.
because
Yeah,
he's
he
more
won't
more, more
because
of a
he's
modern
not.
player.
He won't because he's not better than Foden,
Yeah,
right?
he's not better than
Like he's
Foden,
not
but
better
he'll
than
get better
Foden.
numbers in the modern game. He'll get better numbers because he's on penalties, and also because he's probably a bit more direct than Foden.
Yeah.
He'll get better stats. So people look at Foden's trajectory and they think that, you know what, Foden's not progressing as well as they expected of him. But the truth is with Phil Foden, like Pep said, he was like, stats don't tell the full story.
No.
It's like they never really do tell the full story.
But
There's a lot of players that are
same with
integral,
Grealish,
yeah, to
bro.
your
Same with
system.
Grealish.
Same with Grealish, same with Bernardo and Rodri to a
Yeah.
certain extent,
Yeah.
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 You see how pivotal they are to the team when they're not playing. Not necessarily on the stat sheet. Bernardo's not going to get you a goal and an assist every week or most weeks, and neither will Rodri. Rodri will pop up with the odd important goal, but
And
he's not someone that you expect to get stats from. But if them two are not in your team is massively
thank you, bro.
weakened, bro.
That's
Do you know what I
even
mean?
Stones. That look, and this comment here, Foden is too comfortable. The last one, Foden is too comfortable being used in a system.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that statement means, yeah? Because if you're playing for a football team that does not have a system, yeah, you ain't winning shit. It's that simple, right? Your team has to have a system, right? That's how you win stuff, by having a system. So everyone at City gets it. They get the need for the system because that's why. And the truth is, well, and I said this before, as neutrals, people can say, oh, yeah, Matt Letizia was sick. Yeah, some of the goals he scored. But do you think Matt Letizia and do you think Southampton were happy not winning any leagues, any cups, any Champions Leagues? Or do you think Matt Letizia, and all of us are here
I
going, yeah,
think for
but
a
we
club that
score his
size, they were
goals.
never going to win anything
No,
anyway.
but
So it was
you
a
get what
vibes
I'm,
thing.
but you get what I'm saying. That ultimately, as neutrals, yeah, you want to see players that are unleashed and are scoring bangers and doing this and doing that. But if you're the player and if you're the club or the fan of the club, what you want is, and we can go, yeah, but you know, Foden isn't getting the GA that this person's getting or that person's getting. But I guarantee you, at the end of every single season, yeah, Phil Foden is going, boom, another league trophy. Like you've all seen it, the number of trophies this man has for his age, right? He's still in the England team. What more he's still getting paid very well. Tell me why Foden is comfortable in the system, because the system is providing for Phil Foden everything that as a footballer and a man you want. You want him. So Foden is comfortable like anyone else would be comfortable. Like he don't need nothing else. If Foden all of a sudden was not being picked for England consistently, yeah, never being picked, never making the squad, he might go, do you know what? If I'm not going to have a nailed down position for this club, I'm going to leave. But at the moment, he's winning trophies. He is having, like, let's be clear, when we play Manchester United, which is to Phil Foden, I guarantee will be his biggest game of the season because he's a Manchester boy. He usually starts, usually has a good game. Same with Liverpool. He's getting what for City? We play about 65 games a season. Foden's probably getting what 35, 40 games at least a season. What's going on here? Like, but it's
No, but you
just
know what it is with Foden, yeah? It's like, as long as he's starting for Man City, he's going to start for England anyway.
Yeah.
But I think he's a victim of his own versatility. I said the same thing about
100%.
Bukayo Saka. I said it when he first came through. I was like, this guy needs to nail down a position, because if he doesn't, he's gonna end up getting passed around. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the Arsenal spliff, bruv. Because remember, he was playing left wing back, left back, played centrally, played on the left, and now he's playing on the right, and he's made the right his own. If Foden doesn't make a position his own, then especially under Pep Guardiola, because he's so versatile, he's gonna end up like Bernardo Silva. Do you know what I mean? Look what Bernardo Silva's doing now. Man's playing in a double pivot now. Bernardo Silva is one of the best players in the league, arguably the best player in the league, one of the best players in Europe, and he's used as a utility man for Pep. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but again, you seen how happy Bernardo Silva is.
He is happy because he's getting paid well and he's winning games, bro.
And he's winning trophies. And this is the thing. with all of these City players, like it's become one of there's go-tos, and it's one of these go-tos is to try and say, oh, but City aren't all that. They're just a system-based team. That's not an insult, right? Being a system-based team and being able to play in a system, shows that your football IQ is good, right? Grab
It
Marcus
does.
Rashford and
It
try and
does.
play Marcus Rashford in a system and see what happens.
No. Listen, Rashford ain't him, bro. Like Rashford ain't got football IQ, bro. He don't know what going in it. But you know what it is with Foden. It's like because he's a City fan, and he's at his boyhood club and he's playing week in week out. I don't think there's an issue there. I
No.
don't think there's an issue there. If he was at another club that he didn't care about and they weren't getting the best out of him and they couldn't pay him what he was worth, I think you could see problems in it.
Yeah.
There'll never be a time where City can't afford to pay him. And also, there'll never be a time where he's not in the squad, bro. So I think he's fine in it. But I definitely think that we're not seeing the best of Phil Foden
I
because
agree with that.
he's not in a team that he's a focal point in. Do you know what I mean? And you're seeing it right now with Palmer. Like, he's more of a focal point and a leader in that Chelsea team. Whereas at Man City, you're just going to be one of many players. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at Man City, he doesn't pick up the ball. He's not taking the penalties. Like that's not happening, in it. Like the hierarchy is different.
I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. And you know what? This is why you can't judge things until the end of a player's career. I think when Phil Foden, how old is he now? What, 23 now, is he? He's about 20.
Yeah, he must be around that because I think he's
23.
yeah.
22, 23. In fact, he might be 22, I think he's 22.
Yeah.
Either way, 22, 23. I think by the time he's 25, 26, he will all of a sudden become nailed down City's 8. Right? That's what happens at City. Like, we buy players, we get players young, and it's wait your turn. It's learn your trade. It's, you know what? And even more so, I think with Foden, you got to remember, like, Foden is the first player that Pep has had from City's academy from so young. Yeah, Pep gave him his took him on his first tour to America. He gave him his first Premier League game. He gave him his first Champions League game. And I think Pep spoke on it before about before a certain season, it was easy to handle Foden's ego, right? Because he was just happy. But then Foden had one good season and he was like, right, now Phil is going to want to start every game. But it's my job as his manager. And I'm not saying it's like his dad is trying to be his dad, but in a football term, he's trying to keep him grounded as much as possible. Because he's like, you are a project to me. Yeah. These other men have joined me after the project started. You're a project to me, and I want you to be the best you can, and that is going to mean grounding you. But I do think you're spot on with him being a victim of the fact that he can play. Because if someone's out injured, right, he's like, Foden, and I've been saying all this season, I don't want to see Foden on the wing once, Don't want to see it because it continues to put this debate, who's better, Saka, Foden? Well, for me, Foden is not a right winger, like that's not his best position.
Yeah, he even looks better on the left for me than the right.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think the 10, the false 9, the 8, all of them, I think is where Foden is at his best. But because he can do the wing role, at times it's like, do you know what? And I think the other thing at the moment as well with Foden that's a bit hard is the fact that him and Alvarez are kind of both playing similar-ish roles as well. So now it's like, and with Alvarez playing the way he is and scoring the goals he is, he's playing a little bit more advanced than Foden, but they're both like playing in similar pockets.
But Alvarez is more of the finisher, innit? But I don't think he's the better player though.
He's not. Technically, no, definitely not, man. And even I'm not gonna lie, like yesterday, I would have liked to have seen Foden have that free kick that Walker took. Because I think Foden's got techers, whereas Walker, it's like you could see straight away. Walker was just, I'm gonna put my boot through this. And
it's different. It's just like it's weird because you would think a player like how long has he been in your first team now?
Foden. Since, do you know what, bro? Must be coming on 6 years now.
Yeah, but it's just like I feel like he should probably have more seniority than he has. Do you know what I mean? It feels weird. It feels like he's been there for ages, but he's still not the guy. If that makes sense. Like it's kind of weird. Like is it? And it's the
But
culture at
again,
your
this is the
club,
thing.
blood. I
Even if
think
you,
because if it was Man United, he would be the guy. If he came
that's
through,
it.
if he
Oh,
came through
that is it.
the
You know,
academy, and he was in the team for 5 6 years, he would be one of the main guys. But it's like he's not like. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
He's not the
it
guy.
is. Bro. Look, it's the thing is, yeah, the thing is at City. Like, so let's think. So Fernandinho was the captain. Ruben Diaz arrived,
Mm,
yeah, and from the minute Ruben Diaz arrived, everyone was like, you know what, this man looks and talks like a captain. And I guess because
mm,
ever since Vinny left, it was always sooner or later there's going to be a centre back that comes in, he takes the armband and he's going to run with it, right?
mm,
And I think we all think, yeah, Ruben Diaz should get it, but ultimately the armband always goes to. It seems to always end up with the most senior because it went from Fernandinho to Gundogan, who'd been there for
mm,
the longest. Then it went from Gundogan to now with Kyle Walker, who again has been there. He's senior, and we've got like our five. I think our five seniors are. We've got five seniors that pass the armband about, and
mm.
it does sit. It's an age thing. It's almost like Pep sees it as a you're the senior player. So and yeah, I do get what you're saying about Foden, and I remember hearing an interview with some sort of reporter that goes about with City and also England schoolboys, right? And he said, when you see Foden in training and around the City team, he's very humble. He's very the quiet one. He's listening, and do you know what? That does seem to be changing a little bit. But you know, back then it was listening to your Vinnies, listening to your David Silvers, your Yaya Toures. Then now it's your, your De Bruyne's, your Rodri's not even that much older than, but your Rodri's, the ones that are. Whereas he said when you saw him as captain of the England schoolboys or for the England under 21s, Foden is the main guy.
Yeah,
Foden,
his chest is puffed out, innit? Because
yeah,
he's like, yo, I'm Phil Foden, I'm coming from Man City. But this is what I'm saying. So, like this example here, Musiala, Vinny, Saka, do you know what I mean? You can add Rashford to that as well. Like, them man are given the keys by their club to kind of just, you get me? Even though you're the young guy, you're the guy. It's like, I feel like City's kind of on a leash, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like he is on a leash, bro.
yeah.
He's within himself. And it's one of them. And that's the exact opposite that we're seeing from
Which
Palmer.
one's
And
right?
that's why
Which one's right though? Or both right? Just
there's no wrong or right. I
yeah.
think it depends on the individual player. I think Foden's personality maybe suits that, whereas Palmer's personality don't suit that. Palmer seems like, yo, like
Nah, Palmer don't suit that for
I
shit.
want to be the guy. Like
He
it's
does want to
not,
be the guy. Yeah.
and because he wants to be the guy, this is why I think that he's gonna have a crazy career because he welcomes that. Do you know what I mean? And people that welcome that, like they tend to be in the spotlight more because like he seeks it in it. Do
Yeah,
you know what
he's
I'm
ready
saying?
for it. Oh, look, he wanted to leave City. He wanted to leave City. He wanted more game time. He wanted to
Mm,
get out of Manchester a little bit as well because, he wanted to focus on football a bit more. And
mm,
he believes in himself. And I think, like he said in the summer, look, I think it was probably after he scored against Arsenal in the Community Shield when they said,
mm.
oh, you know, are you going to stay? Are you going to go? He said, look, it's all about game time. Like, I'll have to wait and see who else. Because at the time we were being linked with Doku, and he said, I have to wait and see who else comes in. The
Right.
minute we signed Doku, I was like, I want Cole Palmer to stay, but I already know he's going. Because he said, I have to see who's coming in. We've just
Yep.
brought in a winger that can play on the
Mm.
left and right. Yeah. Palmer's gone. Like, he's going to go because he's going to be like, nah, this is going to be another. You got rid of Mahrez. So I was thinking, okay.
Yeah.
But now ultimately you've brought in another winger. So and he does look. I'm not going to lie. I also, for me personally, I've seen even more than I knew was there since he's joined Chelsea. Like the way he can drop deep, pick up the ball, make the right decisions, know when to drive forward. And yesterday against us, he used a bit of inside information. Yeah, he knows. Listen, yeah, there's no point us trying to outpass, play sexy football, like passing the ball about against Manchester City. When I get the ball, I'm running at them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know if I run at them, especially on a wet surface, they're bringing me down or I'm getting through. He got brought down, he got through, right? One of the two. because he knew he used inside information spot on. And I probably think he probably said to Sterling, bro, remember this team. We know this team. Run at them. Don't try and outpass them.
Straight.
Like, and it worked, bro. It worked. I think he was good. Gallagher was good. Sterling was very good, man.
Yeah, bro, he was unreal. I ain't
Yeah.
seen Sterling play like that in years, bro.
Yeah.
Raheem Sterling looked like he wound the clock back.
Yeah. Real talk.
Like ridiculous. Like I ain't seen Raheem play like that. I'll be
And
real.
I've never seen Raheem play like that against one of his old clubs as well.
But
He
that's
was
what I mean.
usually
But Raheem Sterling
against
played
one
with
club.
a freedom, yeah,
Yeah.
and a confidence, bro. Like the confidence he's playing with was crazy. Do you know what I mean? That's what it was. Like it was off the leash. That's what it looked like, bro.
For real. For real.
Nah, bro. But him and flipping, and then Cole Palmer had to be the one to insert the dagger, bro. It was just.
Well,
I just feel like everything that could have gone right for Chelsea.
Do you know what I got asked in the morning yesterday before the
Yeah.
game on a stream? They said, "Do you think?" Someone said, "Do you think Cole Palmer might have the dagger?" And I said, "Bro, like, what do you mean a dagger?" I go, "He might have the flick knife, yeah, but it's not injuring us. Like, let's be real. Like, if I said, bro, I said everything, and I was the maddest thing is on the show. I was saying, listen, I didn't think Chelsea could get nothing against Arsenal. They did, right? I didn't think Chelsea could get nothing against Tottenham. They did. I know what football is like, but then I still ended up getting carried away, saying, listen, Chelsea haven't scored. They're not clinical enough and they haven't scored in the last 6 games against us. Bro, they go and put 4 against us. This is why I do things like I won't wear my City shirt on the day of a game, right? Because I'm just so superstitious. I knew when I was saying everything I was saying, I'm thinking, this is going to come back and haunt me. They went and scored 4, bro. 4. In fact,
Crazy.
oh, that's mad when you think about it. Chelsea scored 8 in the last 2.
Yeah, that's nuts, bro. That is
Probably
nuts,
just
bro. But you know what? They're going through a nice little run at the moment. That's just what it is. Like I still feel like they're settling. I still feel like they're gonna have very inconsistent score lines. Do you know what I'm saying?
Newcastle away
So
is going to be hard for them.
yeah, bruv, listen, forget that. Chelsea are gonna drop points to a dead team, bro. Like they're going to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like let's not get it right. They're not out the woods. Just like Tottenham are gonna be inconsistent. Chelsea are gonna be inconsistent. Like Chelsea are not out of the woods yet. They're going to die against a dead team.
I think so
They
as
are,
well. I don't.
they are
Do you know?
going
I had someone say to me today, yeah, that they believe that Cole Palmer is going to lead Chelsea to a title, and I was like, listen, Cole Palmer's good, yeah, but what you think Cole Palmer's going to come in and change your whole club and make Chelsea back? Come on, man! Like that's a bit for me. He's not.
What do you mean win them a title? You mean he's going to be part of a title-winning team? He might be.
Oh no, he might be, but they said lead them to a title.
Yeah, nah,
He's not.
not on his own, bro. That's brazy. Man need to relax, you know, like that. But nah, bro,
Carried
he's
away, man.
a player though. Like he's a player. Like I don't
Yeah.
believe in these players like that. I don't. These man know. Like bare people get
The maddest
hyped.
thing as well.
I don't
we
believe in
haven't
them. I believe in
know-
this kid.
The maddest thing is with him so far, yeah, at Chelsea, we haven't even seen his like. So he's a bit like Robin, yeah. That when my man cuts in off the right and gets his left on it, yeah,
Yeah.
cold with it, very cold with it. We haven't even seen that for Chelsea yet. Like
No,
that's-
but he's just showing his all-round game.
yeah, real talk.
That's what I'm liking, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm liking the all-round game for Palmer at the moment. That's what I'm liking, bro. It's his maturity on the ball, like his calmness, bro. It's his temperament more than anything because loads of young players have ability, bro. Do you know what I mean? Ability is one thing, but it's can you do it when it matters, innit? And he's showing that in big moments he can be the difference. He can be a difference, and a lot of players do not have that. So
See, here, let me.
man have to rate that.
So if you look at his interviews, yeah, are so unpolished and so like he doesn't really care.
They're so unbothered, yeah. That's what it is.
Right?
Proper
Unbothered.
baller.
Like, and even here's another thing. So when City won the treble,
Yep.
we had the trophy parade. That night, City had a like trophy parade party. All the players went to. Cole Palmer's birthday, I'm pretty certain his birthday's in June or something, or it might be in May. Yeah, let me just check that. And I don't know if it was for his birthday, but he had a party with his mates and he didn't go to the City one.
Yeah, bruv. You know
Because he
what?
wasn't bothered. Because he was like,
Yeah,
nah, I
I
want to
rate
go
that
and chill
though.
with my brethrens.
I rate that.
To a certain extent, it's I rate it as well. Because, bro, I'd like, if I could go to a party with my brethrens or go to a work do, which one am I doing?
But that's it. And the fact that he
Which
looks
one
at
am I
it,
doing?
the fact that he looks at it like work,
Yeah.
and he's unbothered, that shows he's a bad man. You know, like that, because he's like, yo, this is business to me, bro. And that's real killers look at football like business.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like that. They look at it like business. He's like, yo, I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna make sure I'm performing on the pitch, off the pitch.
Yeah, that was it. It was May. So that
It's
was it. Yeah.
whatever.
His birthday was a month before, and he hadn't got to celebrate because it was like the business end of the season, 5th of May, his birthday. So he ended up saying, yeah, nah, you know what? I've hired a spot. I'm having a party with my mates, and I'm going to go and do that instead. That's my way of celebrating. And I rate it. And I think that's where you look at all of these players that come over, like from other countries to England and play, yeah, and they're here to do a job. They're not here because they love the club, right?
Yep.
They love the club that they grew up supporting wherever they're from. They're
business.
here to do a job. It's business. They're here to do a job and win trophies. And do you know what? Yeah, they will. Some players will. Some players won't build a bit of connection with the club that they're at, and some of them will. But ultimately, it is business. They're here to win trophies, and then that's why once all that's done, they fly off, and then they'll come back when training starts again because they don't. Yeah, man.
No, 100%. He's a baller, absolute baller. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash up the like button. Make sure you lot subscribe to Never a Foul as well. The link is in the title. You already know what it is. What you man got coming up this week? International break and that. Are you man covering that, or are you man taking it easy?
You know what? I think last international, there's been so many in it. Last international break, we took it
feels
easy.
like too many, bro. I feel like international break was
This
just
is the last
other
one
day.
for a minute, bro. It really was. You know what? The last international break, City lost to Arsenal just before, right? So, City and Arsenal really wasn't that long ago. So it's but now on Never Fail, we've got do you know what? We're gonna do a few of the things that we haven't, because I think this is the third or fourth international break so far this season. I think the third one. And on all the other ones, we saw a few channels doing their best 11 of the season so far and all that. And we were like, it's way too early to do that. So
it definitely is.
We're gonna maybe have a little look at one or two of them things now, like on this one, and just there's a few bits of news popping up as well. So we're gonna stay on the pulse with that and just keep the content coming back for when the festive season starts after this international break. A lot of games, especially for City as well, because we've got the Super Cup coming up. The Club World Cup coming up as well, haven't we?
Right.
And then
100%.
you lot have got the destiny awaits, whether it's Champions League or Europa League or none.
Champions, bro. Listen, I just don't even want. I don't want Europa League, bro. I'll be real. Like, we might as well just go out. No, Man United, we always make things difficult for ourselves. We'll do the bozo thing, win in Turkey when we're not meant to win in Turkey, and then end up getting flipping Europa League.
But here's the thing: I think you're losing Turkey,
and then beat Bayern Munich.
Yeah, because Bayern by that point will have qualified.
That's a good point.
And like I remember quite a few years back before Pep was here, we beat Bayern a few times in the last game of group stages before we were under Pep, and it was like, yeah, but it's the last game of the group stage, bro. They're resting everyone because they've already qualified top of the league.
True. And I didn't even take that into consideration.
That might end up happening with you lot. You end up getting a draw or something in Galatasaray, and then draw or beat Bayern and end up getting Europa League.
Yeah, man, don't want that, fam.
Well, you don't, because if you get in that, you're going to end up getting sooner or later Liverpool in it, and then that's just a headache you don't want as well.
Yeah, that's kind of dead. Yeah, that's kind of dead.
Talk.
But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see people. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you man, make sure you follow Never a Foul. You already know what it is. Smash the like button in here as well, people. Help support the channel. Like I said before, we're doing a giveaway at 85. I think we are 83.6 people. So yeah, we're getting there. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up everyone that supports. Smash the like. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Back again tomorrow. I think we have Lewis at 1:30 and then Northside at 6:30. And Bant Sports Ooze out tomorrow as well. So busy day tomorrow, people. Big up everyone. Smash up the like.